One of the most surprising things that I saw in the Antilles was the masts. Now these masts have fallen over years and years ago. You can see the crow's nest on the top there. It's buried in the mud. I would say that those masts are probably 3 feet in diameter and probably 40 feet high. As you can see, the ravages of the sea are working here. As I told you, when they set the boilers on as high as they would go and then let the water in, it just exploded. And you can see the wreckage laying all over the place down here. The divers are having a great time going in and out, taking a look at different things. It's amazing to see what happened. And it's a true statement to say that the sea takes its toll and destroys some things, but the sea also gives some life. If for no other reason than these divers swimming around and looking at it. But the truth of the matter is, the corals grow on it. It gives fish places to hide. It builds a reef system that life can spring from. That's why wreck diving is so much fun, because you see things that just wouldn't be down there. You also see what man has built and what the sea has done to it. You see little schools of fish here and there. You see anemones all over the place. And we're coming up on an anemone here. I'm not sure what the scientific name is, but I call these feathered anemones because they look just like a bunch of feathers. Isn't it beautiful? And as I said before, the beautiful corals, the anemones, the beautiful fish that are all around. Every place you look, every little ledge, there's life underneath it. Little soldier fish there. Yellowtail comes swimming by. It's so much fun to look around. These fish I've seen all over the place. I prefer to call them lizard fish. Down in California, they actually call them ling cod. This is a stonefish. This is a predator, and it's a attack predator. It lays and waits until something comes close enough, and they move with remarkable speed when they finally do eat. But they lay there very still. You have to be careful of them because they are poisonous. Their dorsal fins are poison. So if they would happen to stick up and you would puncture your hand on it, it'd be pretty bad. So you need to be careful around them. And here's another one of our lizard fish. Doesn't he look quite a bit like a lizard? Just laying on the bottom. Shortly he's going to think that I get close enough. It's time for him to depart. And this big fish happens to be me. I know you don't see me on camera underwater very often because I'm usually running a camera. For those of you who don't know what I look like, or don't know what I look like underwater, there I am. Now Eduardo was gathering everybody into a circle here, and I didn't quite understand why. Thought he was going to be talking to them or sharing something with them. So I was looking around on the bottom myself. Oh, and I see he's got an urchin that he's showing to people. It's a spiny urchin that he's got. I happen to find a sea cucumber down there. So I'm very careful to put him right back where I found him. Now it's time to see what everybody's doing over here. And there's Doc from the Thursday Counselor, you know him. And Eduardo hands me the spiny urchin. You press it on your hand and you know what? it winds up sticking to your hand. Inside it's like a snail, so that it has suction cups on the bottom of it. So you turn it upside down and you can hold it up there. It'll stay right there. That's what Eduardo's been doing, showing everybody about the the spiny sea urchin. And as I replaced my glove, we decided that it's time for us to look around at a few other things. So we start to go, and we come across this big box. Not sure exactly what it was. But inside that big box is just a school of beautiful yellow and blue fish. So as you look inside this box, you're going to see there's some Spanish grunts. Those are the ones with the black tails. And the yellow and blue ones are called blue striped grunts. And so it's time to take a break again. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Show you more of the Antilles.